y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Artrice if you are new here. Today we're in front of my bookshelf, which means we're doing something book related, and today we're going to be talking about my 2020 statistics. I know it's a little late, but it's okay, don't tell nobody. So I have some notes in front of me. If I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. And then I'm also going to pull up my Goodreads because 2020, I wasn't very proactive with my reading, and I didn't have the reading spreadsheet that everybody has when they do their statistics. So all I have basically for my stats for the year 2020 is Goodreads, what Goodreads told me I had. So everything is going to be an estimate because I didn't log all of the books that I read on my Goodreads. So give or take a couple of pages, disclaimer. So for the year 2020, I read 187 books-ish. Like I said, give or take a couple of books that I just didn't add to my Goodreads list. And my reading goal for 2020 was to read 100 books. So I definitely reached that goal. And I read 51,552 pages in the year 2020. Again, ish, give or take a couple of books, a couple of pages. And that's a crazy amount of numbers to me. I've never seen how many pages I've read in a year. That's pretty crazy. The shortest book I read all year was The Lottery by Shirley Jackson, and that was 30 pages. And the longest book I read was Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, and that was 688 pages. I also think it's funny that they're both thrillers. My average book length is 275 pages. I thought it would be a bit longer than that, or I thought it would be more pages than that, but I guess I read a lot more shorter books than longer books in 2020. So the goal for me personally is to get that number to be higher as the years go by. The most popular book I read was The Picture of Dorian Gray, and I'm not surprised because that is a classic. So apparently 1,885,529 people shelved that book on Goodreads. And the least popular book I read was A Trio of 90-Minute Escapes by Lucy Eden. This is a collection of 3 short stories, and I guess only 134 people shelved this collection of books, which I thought that was interesting. My average rating for the year 2020 was 3.8 stars, which is pretty good. It's pretty high. I feel like I'm pretty generous with my ratings. I'm trying to be a little bit more selective and really make sure I love a book in its entirety and like get all the points, you know. I try to have an actual rating system now. The highest rated book I read on Goodreads was A Little Christmas Magic by Daniel Burton, and apparently on Goodreads the average rating for this book is 4.66 stars. So I'm surprised because it's a shorter book and I feel like it's not that widely known. Maybe that's why it has such a high average rating, because not a lot of people rated it. My first review of the year 2020 was Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Nagin. I'm sorry if I said that last name wrong. I know I butchered it. This is the second book in the Girls of Paper and Fire series. I don't know if it's only going to be a duology, if there's going to be more books, but I did read this book. It was like one of the first books I read in the year 2020, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to read the review that I left for it because I don't remember really liking it. So I gave this book 2 stars, and I said this one is bad, but somehow almost better than the first one. Leia is the most unlikable character ever. It's impossible to feel empathy for her. I won't be finishing this series. And I stand by that. The premise of Girls of Paper and Fire was so interesting and intriguing to me. I love the idea of that book. And even what it did, you know, the fact that there is 2 lesbian main characters, or that the main character is lesbian, the situation that she in is so like hard hitting. It just wasn't for me, I guess. But also I wrote this review when I was kind of just getting into the book community, and I feel like my perspective when it comes to rating books and reading books and really digesting the information that I'm getting has changed and widened for the better, I would say. I'm still not going to finish this series though. And my last review of the year 2020 was Salvation by Bell Hooks, which is actually a nonfiction book. And it is part of a series that Bell Hooks has. The first book is all about love. and I loved this book so much. I wrote a short thing on Goodreads, but I'll read it. All of Bell Hooks' books are so important to society, especially in the Black community, and I stand by that 100%. This book is so important. It's about Black people and love, but I would say that anybody could read this if they just wanted some more historical context or context in general when it comes to Black people and love. I will definitely be reading the other book in this series, Communion, by her, which is about women and love. Bell Hooks is one of my favorite all-time authors. Would recommend. That's all I have. Basically, I've read a lot of really great books in the year 2020, and I'm excited to read even more great books in the year 2021. Also, this year I do have a reading spreadsheet now that I'm working on, and I'm excited for my end of the year stats for this year because it'll definitely be way more informed and detailed, and I'll have a lot more statistics to share with you guys. So if you made it this far into the video, please leave me a star emoji, and if you like this video, be sure to like this video, and if you like anything about me, be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots of content like this one. Leave me a comment down below in the description box of if you are someone who keeps up with their reading statistics every single year. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, guys, peace and love.